Guys, Dark45 here, and today, I'm sure you guys have seen the title. Today we're coming to you guys with another video. In today's video, I'll be picking my top 5 best characters that I think this game has to offer, which is either using a fragger or a support role. I think these are my favorite, our 5 best characters in Rogue Company. With no further ado, guys, let's get into this video.
To the limit.
Alright guys, before we get into this video, guys, go ahead and like and subscribe if this video is going to help you out picking your top 5 best characters, or even picking yourself a new rogue in Rogue Company, guys. So if this video did help you out, or is going to help you out, go ahead and like and subscribe and leave a comment in the comment section below, guys. Yeah, but our first Lancer, or first rogue we've been picking to be basically talking about in this video is Lancer. Now, Lancer is a all-around character. Now, my initial pick for this list, why I picked her, because she is an amazing character. She is really good at flanks, and her ability is insane. Now, Lancer has 2 abilities, which is one as a passive and one as her main ability. Now, passive is basically every time she rolls, her guns basically reload. Now, that's the gun that's in your hand. Once you roll, it will reload that gun at any time. Now, the second ability, which is basically our main ability, which is basically running fast and moving sneaky. So this ability, whenever she activates it, she goes silent and fast, so no one can hear her coming, and she's like the perfect flank for any team. She's really good, and I love her passive ability, which is basically rolling and killing people. That's just really the best ability, I think, for me when using Lancer. Now, if you guys are a rushing and gunning person that loves to rush in battle, loves to fight, I think she is the right fit for you. Now, that's why my setup, I always try to go ahead and max out my guns and get them the best. Now, the second person on this list that is also a fragger and the running gunning person is Scorch. Now, Scorch is really good when it comes on to abilities. Now, our first ability, which is our main ability, which is using the Scorch to burn away anyone, basically giving her incendiary rounds to basically destroy her enemies. And once she turns on, she gets 15 seconds of fiery goodness, basically basically being able to shoot anyone and give them a lot more damage than she would with her regular bullets. Now, I think her SMG doesn't pack as much punch as her other guns, but I think with that incendiary round, it basically makes up for the lack of the power that the gun itself has. Now, as I said, guys, this is the same thing. Go ahead, upgrade your guns. Make sure you get your guns upgraded. You can put a little perks in there just to mix it up sometimes, because these perks do help you out in playing better, which is like moving bullets away, getting better reaction time, as in not reaction time, getting more bullet reload time and more bullets. Those are awesome perks, and I think anyone would have an effective job getting those perks. I don't normally get the big perks, not all the times, only if I have enough points to get them, but I try to get my guns maxed out first, and then after I get my guns maxed out, I go for the other perks, which is if I really need them. Now, Scorch's passive, which is being immune to fire. Now, that's amazing, a good passive, which is she can run through her own fire or even enemy fire that is thrown on the map, which is really good. Now, our third rogue on this list is Anvil. Now, Anvil is really good. I love Anvil's ability, passive, and even his gun layout is amazing. I love characters that I think are really good with SMGs, and I think beginner players can use those same traits to win and beat a lot of players in game. Now, I'm not saying my list is one of the best lists for all time for every player, but I think if you are a running gunning person that is basically running basically a running gunner or aggressor, or what should I say, a fragger, this is like the best list for you. Now, Anvil, let's go in Anvil. Anvil ability is basically he is able to apply a shield or a barricade that basically blocks off his enemies from attacking him, and his gun layout is amazing. Now his LMG is one of the best guns when it comes on to shooting. That LMG is one of the best LMGs to me. Now why I think Anvil deserves this list, I think his gun is just amazing, being able to just blow his enemies away. If you can hit shots, you can kill anybody. Now Anvil is just has that much bullet capacity to basically ground and kill a lot of people with that LMG. Now I think Anvil is one of the best characters in Rogue Company so far, and will basically progress as he goes in this meta. And I think I would definitely love to hear more like what they're gonna have for Anvil. Now let me go ahead and talk about his passive. His passive basically is immunity, which he gains immunity from EMP, disorient, like grenades or flashes, slow and blind effects. Those things do not affect Anvil. He's great. And as I said, his main ability is basically making a barricade. Now the fourth rogue on this list is Talon. Now Talon is an amazing rogue. Now here's why. He has two abilities. He has one main ability and one passive. Now Talon's passive is the magnet glove. Now he can grab any gun on the field that he's killed, or one of your enemies or your opponents, not my bad, your teammates has killed an enemy. You can basically grab their weapon, or if your teammate dies, you can grab their gun and basically become your secondary gun. He doesn't have to put himself in line of fire. You can just grab that gun and bring it to him, which is pretty nice and convenient. Now his main ability, which is making a proximity mine, or I think it's a proximity mine, which is, no, not a proximity mine, but it's a sensor that basically he throws it anywhere and he picks up any enemy that crosses in that area, and you're able to find out where they are on the minimap. That's a pretty cool ability, and I think anyone using Talon would benefit from that, benefit from him as a team player, because he can just drop those spikes almost everywhere. Once that ability charges up, you can have more than one those spikes all around the map to pinpoint when they appear in that circle. Now this can be used in multiple ways. Now you can put this on the point where the objective is, and whenever they get on the objective, you know where they are. Or you can put in a passageway. Whenever they walk to the passageway, you know exactly when they're coming, which is a pretty cool trick. The last one I'll be bringing on this list, guys, I'm also debating if I should either pick Ronin or Dima. Now these are two amazing characters, Ronin and Dima. Amazing. Now Dima I think is a little bit better. Well, if I should talk about Dima and Ronin has a really good spike that basically guys, if she drops that can basically eliminate you. And Dima had, on the other hand, as another ability, which is the rocket launcher, or the grenade launcher, which he shoots. Once they drop in the area, they can wipe out a lot of people, and I love that ability. And once you're using Dima or Ronin, they're both good, and I think I would either pick Ronin or Dima. They're both good players, and I can't decide who should be the fifth. Both they're so good, but I think if I had to choose, I would go with Dima. Dima can hit a lot more players in that small area. I mean, Ronin can kill more one players, but with Dima's ability, he can basically take out so many people with that blast if they aren't expecting it to happen, which is hands down the best ability ever. Now Dima's gun, I'm not a fan favorite of Dima's gun. He uses a assault rifle, and I think he's not very fast firing, but he gets the job done. And if you're good with shooting and getting accurate shots hit on your opponents with that assault rifle, you can definitely do some damage with Dima. He's really good as well. Now Demon's passive is Burnt. Now Burnt is basically when your enemies are down, he reveals their you basically damage your team for a short period of time, which is nice and good. Now I'm saying I think Dima fits the list because his grenade launcher is amazing, and I think it can wipe out a lot. As I said, I've said this before, and this is basically my list for the top 5 best characters in Rogue Company, guys. If you do like this one and want to see more Rogue Company content, guys, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.